Look at that. Now that is worth getting out of bed for. Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the fish locker out on the shore. Just wow. My plan today is an early morning walk along an area of coast, but I think it's all just changed. I have got my wetsuit in the van, and given what the conditions are like down here now, I think I'm just going to turn straight around and get my wetsuit on. I'll show you. Yeah, my plan this morning was I was going to walk along this area of coast here behind me. I've got my wetsuit just in case, and then given what the conditions are like this morning, just look down here. I'm just going to go and get my wetsuit on. Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't even think the camera is going to do the colours justice, but that is amazing. Yeah, my plan today was I was going to go down this way and walk along the coast and just point out everything that I could find. I mean, at the moment where I'm sat here, my feet have been on it for about 10 seconds. It's allium, it's three-cornered leek, it's wild garlic. That type of fragrance, it just makes me think of spring. And that type of sunrise there, it just... If that isn't reason enough to get out of bed, I don't know what is. There we are, I've sat about long enough. This time of year, I just love it. We've just kind of turned the corner out of winter. You see, look, all the gorse is coming through fresh again. We've got the allium, we've got the three-cornered leek. They'll be in flower soon. Yeah, everything's kind of... every morning's got like a new amount of optimism that we've passed the hardest part of winter. I mean, the sea at the moment, the sea's as cold as it's going to get. This is the coldest time of year. I was out in the boat yesterday, and it was between 7.5 and 8 degrees Celsius. The air temperature right now is probably about 6. Later on it's going to warm up to about 10. So it feels mild, even though, as you can see, we've got a clear sky. A clear sky, so we've had a cold night. Yeah, plans have changed. I'm getting the wetsuit on. Let's go. slightly too small. He's maybe about 4 or 5 mil too small. I didn't know until I got him out. Just stick him back. This is a much better lobster, but unfortunately he's soft. Yeah, this is a stunning sized lobster, but this guy's shed his shell recently, so he's soft. That's a better one. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Here I'll demonstrate the extraction of a lobster from its hole. Using my hook, I'll slide it in behind the lobster. Eventually the lobster will come out, turn round to face what it feels is a danger behind it. When it does, and it offers you its back, there's your chance to grab it, right there. I'm numb to the knees. That was cold. I was in the water for about 2 hours. Loads to see, loads of lobsters, loads and loads of undersized lobsters. I did find a really big male that was soft, and I got this one, this stunner here. Yeah, so I'm glad that I changed things up. All I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick snack, drink of water. It's surprising how dehydrated you get. Yeah, get a little bit of food in me, get changed round. I might, depending on what's going on, I might go for a walk, but it looks like there's some rain coming. I might go for a walk, or I might just go back and I might go and get a stove and we'll cook this lobster up. I'll see how long it takes me to get warm. Now it's raining, so that's changed things again. I sat in the van for 15 minutes and warmed up, and I thought, I tell you what, I'm going to give it a crack, and I'm glad I did, because the sun has almost come out. Almost. There is a crack of blue sky, and just look at the clarity down here. This is, I was in there less than an hour ago. Yeah, the clarity today has been fantastic. I'm glad I decided to do that. Anyway, I'm going to try and tuck myself down behind the rocks, see if I can't find some shelter, and we'll have a little bit of a cook up. There we go. I've got the fire started. This is kind of my take on a Swedish torch or a rocket stove. I make it out of a log. I've got a video on the Fish Locker Workshop channel showing you how to make these. But basically, the air goes in there, feeds the fire in there. And all I'm doing is I'm just topping it up with like some little tiny bits of kindling, just to get the fire properly burning on the inside. Watch. There you go. Once that fire's properly taken on there, we'll get your lobster on. They're brilliant for this type of cooking. The cooking of lobsters and crabs, covered it in loads of videos. It's really, really simple. All I do is clean seawater. When I say clean seawater, this is what I mean by clean seawater. Yeah, clean seawater or fresh water with salt added. And all I'm going to do is just that is roughly how much water I'm going to use. Oh, look how clean it is. Yeah. We've got a little friend that's joined us. You're a cheeky chap, aren't you? I wonder if he likes lobster. Let's get that pan of boiling water on. It's getting there. There you go. That's a proper rolling boil. That's what I mean by a fierce rolling boil. We'll get the lobster dispatched and get it in the pan. There we go. That's back up to a proper rolling boil now. 2 more minutes and it's ready to come off. Ooh, hot. Oh, I tell you what, that looks good. Hot though, very, very hot. Yeah, you saw there all I did was I used the boiling water there to wash the rock off. It's not going to matter because it's inside a shell anyway. This sometimes happens during the cooking process. It did shed one of its claws. It's just part of it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Oh, let's get stuck in. Now in here, in some of the water, I'm melting some butter. Just got a little bit of butter inside of a creme brulee dish. And what do you want? I've got a robin that's literally on the end of my foot. Can you see that? What's on this? Tell you what, he's bald, isn't he? And a little bit of melted butter. Delicious. That type of precision takes years of practice. Tell you what. It is hot. All I'm doing is just breaking it into segments and then teasing the meat out. It's cooked absolutely perfectly, it just falls straight out the shell. Burning my fingers. That lobster tail there like that. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off it. Oh. Fresh from the sea, hot from the fire. Oh, seagulls have maybe seen it. The cooking of them doesn't take more than a few minutes. If you cook them for too long, they just end up like a piece of rubber. You saw there, this meat just falls apart. Cooked perfectly. Falls out the shell. Sometimes I've had them before when people have overcooked them and it's just like a piece of rubber. Set to work on these legs. There you go. Right, I'm all finished up now. All I've done is I've got I've got a bowl full of empty shells and some clarty hands. We'll take these and we'll drop these in the water there. That way any of the shrimps and blennies and gobies and all that we saw earlier on in the dive, they can have a pick through and they can have a feed as well. There we are, I'm all packed up now. I've got all my bits of shell. I've given my pan a bit of a clean off in the sand. And this is what's left of my stove. Now the beauty about these is I can literally, because there's no heat transfer in that. There, look. Now I can do anything I want with this now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down, I'm going to cool it off in the sea and I'm going to take it with me. And all my old stoves at the end of the year, I'll just have a bit of a bonfire with them. Do anything you want, you put it out, leave it in the woods to rot down, take it with you like I'm going to do, leave it to burn out, put it on a bonfire, yeah. There you go. Perfect for a one-use cook. Let's get going. There you go. Here we go. Everything returned back to the ecosystem. The crabs and the blennies will have a pick through that now. Oh. See if I can get back up here without tumbling in. We'll take a moment to talk to you really quickly about the boots that I'm wearing. Now for years I've always just worn Wellington boots, and the only problem with those, they're good for a little bit of a splashing, but they've got limitations on them. Treads aren't that great, they don't give your feet much support, and you're sweating them like crazy. They're waterproof, so they don't let water in, but they don't let water out. I did quite a bit of fishing earlier on last year with a friend of mine called Nathan. He's got a channel called Slippy Limpets, and he always wears hiking boots, he wears walking boots. I thought there's maybe something in that, so I'm wearing, these are 0 to 8. Not of 8 soft shell. Yeah, I've had these for a while now. I've got a couple of pairs of these and I wear them just when I'm rambling about. I wear them on the boat because they're nice and warm. I wear them scrambling about on the rocks like this because they've got a good tread and you need some ankle support. Yeah, I'm really liking these. A lot better than my welly boots. You'll see these in quite a few more videos I expect. Yeah. In fact, I'll put a link in the description of the video about these. But yeah, that's them. I did get a few pairs. I've got my wife a set as well. I hope you've enjoyed joining me. I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. See you later.